Reports earlier today from The Hollywood Reporter on Disney's Bob Iger heading to the Biden administration. I want to bring in David Asman, host of Bulls and Bears on Fox Business. David, good day to you. The early report said that he might go to Beijing. Some other reports say it might be London. What do you think of this?
Well, let's just assume it's Beijing for the moment. It may not be. But with all the shady deals that the Biden family was involved with that is now beginning to come out to roll out, and finally the media is paying attention, is this really the right time when all this stuff about Biden's and China's coming out to pick a guy who many see as being complicit or appeasing Chinese censors? I mean, his appeasement or Disney's appeasement of China and what they do to their films, to Disney films in terms of censoring them, goes way back to 1998. There was a film called Kundun, which was about the Dalai Lama. And of course, he represents Tibet, which China thinks is their own. The Tibetans are fiercely independent, but China doesn't recognize that. After the Chinese got upset at that film, Bob Iger said, and I'm quoting, "I want to apologize, and in the future we should prevent this sort of thing, which insults our friends." This goes all the way up to Mulan, the movie, the live-action Mulan, which was made by Disney, and in some part was made in cooperation with the same folks who were oppressing the Uyghurs, that minority, the Muslim minority in the north of China. As many as 1 million people have been brutally repressed by the Chinese government. They actually used an agency that is in a part complicit in that oppression of the Uyghurs, Disney did, to help them make that film. They received a lot of flack for that. And then as recently as early last year, when the NBA dust-up happened, Bob Iger was asked to take a position on the dust-up between NBA and Hong Kong, whether or not we should support independence movement in Hong Kong. Iger said, and I quote, "To take a position that could harm our company in some form would be a big mistake." Bottom line is, this is a guy who's appeased China many different ways. Is it really the guy we want to hold the line for the U.S.
We'll see if that
Beijing?
happens. You know, but Trump and Pompeo, they poked the Beijing bear. And if you watch Nikki Haley with Dana a bit earlier today, I mean, she had a message for Joe Biden. Here is part of that, and then I'll ask you about it. Watch here.
Now we see that he and his family have had business dealings with China. We really need to make sure that China doesn't feel like they're going to get a pass here with Biden, and that they understand that we're going to be as strong and as tough as we've been this past 4 years.
Her point was that will he prove to Americans that he will do that? What's your sense, David?
There's no way that anybody in their right mind would believe that this administration, the incoming administration of Joe Biden, would be tougher in any way, shape, or form than that of Donald Trump. I mean, and the possible appointment of somebody like Bob Iger to be the ambassador to China is a perfect example of their, what I would call, appeasement of China rather than holding the line against China.
Thank you, David. Nice to see you. Check you out real soon, okay? Thank you, sir, for coming on today. Thanks.
Yep.